just threw a rover over in like Moab and said, just drive around for a few years. Everybody will think we're on Mars.
But fear not only is it Dave today, but you get the double whammy, is like what I just called it. I was going to say that's what we call it, but I just did that. So it's now what we call it. Not only Dave Szafranski, Mr. America, president and founder of Edgewater Investment Group, but podcast host and pastor, Scott Lessing.
Yeah.
So here we are. What's going to happen? We don't even know. But we do want to thank our good friends. Guys, I got to multitask because Jannelle's not here to do virtually everything.
We didn't know that Jannelle did anything.
Oh,
we're just finding that out now.
I act like I do a lot.
I'll stick up for you, Jannelle. It's good.
I act like I do a lot, but wait,
that's not us.
Here we
That's
go.
not us.
This is us.
There we go.
Calm down.
Look,
All
Mr.
right.
America is right there. It's official.
It's true.
Stephanie
That
is
looks
already
good
here
on you,
and
man.
wants to see
Feels
Dave
good.
with the crown. Now there is a crown, but he doesn't wear.
Well,
yeah, where's your tiara?
They sent me a crown. They also sent me a crown, but they didn't realize that I have this like oversized melon because I'm Polish, and
I
I
didn't
just
know
have
that-
more brains.
I didn't know if you were Polish that meant you automatically had an oversized melon.
I think it does.
Ask your wife. She's.
She does have an oversized melon.
Are you positive? We don't know. We've
Come
never seen
on,
a picture. I'm sure she's very beautiful. I'm sure she is. So the crown shows up, and it's like,
I
I
don't know how
can't
to
wear
take
this thing. I can't wear it. So I will have a crown. I'm sure they're sending me a crown. I'm almost positive on it.
Actually,
Did you order a crown?
Well, it's being sent to me.
Okay.
They're sending it to me. They are.
Yeah.
Because it's official.
Yeah.
again,
So,
tiara. Scranton Road Promotional Marketing is a division of Scranton Road Ministries. We're thankful for them sponsoring this. I mean, come on. Why wouldn't they? And you can invest in the city and in the kingdom by going to scrantonroadministries.org or scrantonroadpromo.org for more to get swag for your financial company. They could probably even create a whole line of Mr. America sashes if that's what you really wanted.
well, there's only one Mr. America, and he's right here, so they wouldn't.
So you can't order another one.
Okay. They also worked with Dave and Edgewater Investment Group to come up with the 4th edition Brian and Jannelle I'm in the
Do
Family
you have
Coffee
it?
Tumbler.
Do you have it around here anywhere?
They are locked away in the vault for safekeeping.
Oh,
Pastor Scott has
they're
one.
really
answer. I
nice.
do.
They're really
Yeah,
nice.
It's in my cabinet already.
Mhm.
Yes.
Very
But
beautiful.
what's the name of your company?
What's the name of my company? Edgewater Investment Group.
It was scratched off on mine.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened.
I'll take a picture. It was.
I don't know how that
No,
happened.
was it?
It was. I'm being serious.
I may have or may not have opened a few boxes. By the way, Charles stopped by, my guy Charles. He said, "Good morning, Brian Dolan, Kelly Ryder, and Princess Dave."
Okay, now.
Charles is my guy. By the
Charles.
way, he's from Compton, so be careful with your next
That's
sentence.
Compton, whatever. I'm from the south side of Cleveland. Well,
And you're Polish, which
And
South
I'm
side of Cleveland.
there's a whole gang of Polish people, I think.
Tremont. We grew up in Tremont area. I will come over there with a half-cooked kielbasa and deal with them.
That'll hurt.
That will hurt.
Do you eat the sauerkraut too?
I
Is
am
that a
not
thing for you?
No,
I
sauerkraut.
thought that was a New Year's thing, right?
Well, for
Sauerkraut
most Polish
and
people,
kielbasa.
it is evidence that you could take a solid and turn it into a gas relatively quickly. So sauerkraut for me is
Dangerous.
danger. Well, not for me. Everybody
Yeah.
behind me. So I am not a sauerkraut guy. It just
Thank you for that, by the way.
No.
The world thanks you.
Not working out for me today.
We have the
Not working out.
we have the Pastor Scott Lessing fan club arriving. Hazel Reese says hi, Pastor
Oh,
Scott.
Hazel. You are awesome, Hazel. Good morning.
We also have Don Bain.
Don, my buddy in Westlake.
He says Pastor Scott Lessing rocks.
Yeah.
Pastor, it just disappeared. I want to make sure we attribute this correctly. Well, I'm struggling. I'm like Jannelle here. Pastor, podcaster, co-host, triple threat.
Triple threat.
Love
tell
it.
me about your podcast.
It's called Pressing On.
Mhm.
And what we do is we want to help guys take that next step in their journey with Jesus. So how can I become a better version of myself tomorrow than I am today? So we talk about just like real life topics.
Yeah, I heard you talk about the Conquer series earlier. Our
Yeah.
church did that. Very, very powerful. Very powerful. And not every man struggles with pornography.
Right.
But even if you don't, it is a great series to go through because it will educate you to what guys who are struggling with it are
Yeah.
going through. And it is these pornographers are so skilled at attacking.
Oh my
I mean,
gosh.
there's like and the changes to your brain and the way you think about things is so different when you're in the midst of it. Something has to break that chain.
Yep.
And the Conquer series was really good. I loved
The
it.
Conquer series is so powerful, and like you said, you could put whatever you're struggling with in that box of like if it's pornography or food or anger, and the Conquer series helps you deal with whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I love about it. It really it's a brain issue. It's not I'm a demented guy issue,
Yeah.
right? And so it helps you understand like why are you doing that? Why are you struggling with it? But then it helps you dig deeper and say, what is my struggle in life?
Mm-hmm.
What's causing me to go to that instead of going to God and helping me deal with whatever it is? I'm turning to that I call them substitutes of the world, right? I'm going to turn to a substitute of the world because I don't want to deal with my struggle, whatever my struggle is. It's not porn. It's something way bigger.
Sorry.
He's out. He's on to something else.
No, Charles said that you might blow your sash off with sauerkraut.
Yes. When I was younger, Scott, I used to just think, well, this is how God made me. I'm defective.
Yeah.
And as I get older, I get more introspective about it and more compassionate of other people who are struggling. And as you go through these struggles yourself and you overcome them, you realize as you get more compassion, and Julie was this morning talking about how Jesus, when he was dealing with women, they're always like the women at the well, in the midst of everything, he was kind and compassionate and wanted to see her in a better place, instead of just saying, well, that's, write that guy off, there's no hope.
Right.
That person does not exist.
Right.
The no hope person does not exist. And as I get older and get more introspective, it has allowed me to see that with a lot more compassion. And I really thank God for providing that for me, because I didn't have it when I was younger.
Yeah. It used to be the mentality, just stop it.
Yeah, just stop.
Right.
Just don't.
Stop. What's your problem?
If you never start, you never have to stop.
Right.
Well, unfortunately, that's not the way it works.
Right.
Dave, question for you from Mark. Who stole the Krishka?
The Krishka. Kishka.
Kishka.
Who stole the Kishka?
I'm not, what I look like, Polish?
I actually have that T-shirt. Who stole the Kishka? I'll wear it.
Is that funny?
It's a song.
And what's a Kishka?
What's a key? Well, look it up, Brian. Google it.
I'm
Do I have to
looking.
do everything?
A Kishka.
I don't think
Google.
Dave knows.
He doesn't even know how to spell it.
Neither did the guy asking the question, for that
Kishka.
matter.
There you go.
In parentheses, food. It looks disgusting.
It does look gross.
It's a sausage.
But what's wrapped around it?
Look at that one on the
just
top
casing.
with the
That one on the
that's
bottom.
so gross.
That-
Who
Actually-
stole it? Some idiot. Why would you
didn't
take
steal it.
that?
We gave it to him. Get out of here. It's a sausage. But the bottom picture looks like something my dog made.
Yeah. Welcome to Poland.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh.
We also have Heidi Schoss saying hello to Pastor Scott.
Hello, Heidi. What's happening?
Did I say
Are
that
they
right,
just trying to
Schoss?
get brownie points with you? Is
What's that?
what- Are they trying to get brownie points? Or they
There's
think-
no brownie points.
He
with the
promised
pastor.
$10 to anyone who gives a shout out to him. on
I'm
Facebook
sure.
Live.
I'm sure. We're going to do extra prayers for you. You get a special room now because you said something nice about Pastor.
Hey, do you have a podcast?
I do. It's called Financial Revelations. Yeah, we're going to be
Someone's
taking
asking
it.
how to find it, by the way.
Who's asking?
Not just your mom, also Sean is saying, listening from Concord, wondering about Dave's podcast.
Go to YouTube and just type in Financial Revelations. It'll be there. All the episodes are there. It actually broadcasts on a lot of different places, but for some reason, when you Google it, when you look for it on Apple Podcasts, something else comes up. So just go to YouTube. It's there. We're taping one today, and it'll be ready tomorrow.
So Concord, like Maine? Is that where they're coming from? Or Massachusetts? Or where's Concord?
Who knows?
It doesn't matter.
Does it matter?
Is it in Ohio? It doesn't matter.
If it's not in Ohio, we don't care.
We don't care.
I think there is a Concord, Ohio.
Is there?
I'm pretty
Yes,
sure.
it's out on the east side. The east side.
Wait, yeah.
The east side.
I don't even know where I am right
Before
now.
Youngstown.
How am I supposed to know that?
Yeah.
Theola, as usual, is here. Good to see you, my friend. She says, good morning, all. Dave, just a side note, you made a statement a little while ago. My reaction was, if I were his wife, that would evoke an eye roll from me. Not too long after that, you said, your wife would be rolling her eyes.
Yeah, it was when they were sending me the sash. My
So
wife-
you got an eye roll. But,
I get a lot
so,
of eye rolls.
So Levon actually literally rolled her eyes about the sash? Or she doesn't know about it?
she knows about it. Well, there was a big ceremony when they awarded it to her.
She was there in her evening gown.
It was at the ceremony for the awarding of Mr. America sash because it made it official that indeed I am Mr. America.
You gave her a kiss as you got her from the table to go get your award.
No, when I walk by, I go like this.
It's elbow, elbow, wrist, wrist. Elbow, elbow, wrist, wrist.
I was watching The Crown, and Princess Anne was doing something like this.
Isn't that a great show?
It's a great show.
I love
Am I
that
the
show.
only person not watching
You've
the
got
Crown?
to start watching it.
It is a great. Not only, I mean, it's well produced and everything.
Yeah.
But the content is deep.
It's really
I like
good.
America, Dave, and that's not about America.
It's our roots, though. You know?
Yeah.
It's true.
I mean, you get home at like 10:30 in the morning. You have a
I
lot,
know you got
you have
nothing to
a
do
lot
all
of time, don't you?
I'm busy napping, Pastor.
What does he do all day while we're working?
I know.
Nothing. Nothing.
I take a nap.
So the first time I met Brian,
Here we go.
I was in Chicago and I was doing radio there with Steve and Michelle, and
Steve Hiller now is a host of a morning show in Nashville for Moody.
I love Nashville.
Sorry.
So he says, "Hey, you got to meet my buddy Brian. He's doing this thing on the morning show. I think they could really use you." So I meet Brian. He's very cocky. I mean, just like
because I was important.
all full of himself.
I was a producer.
We meet. There's this Starbucks under the L, and we meet there. And Brian orders this foo-foo drink. It's got like a double upside down espresso with extra whipped cream and
I
sprinkles.
basically said, "What's your most expensive drink, Starbucks? I'll take 2 of those."
Yes. So I give them my credit card, and they're like, "There's not enough room on this credit card." So I hurry up and get some cash from a bank machine and pay them. And I sit down and talk with Brian, and I tell him my story. He's like, "Yeah, we got a guy," and he walks out.
I've got like
That
whipped
was it.
cream here. I'm like, what? Oh no, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we got a guy. Yeah. But thanks for the coffee, and he walks out.
Yeah.
But in
my
fairness to me, one of my
Is that for real?
that's the Dave version of the story. But
Structurally, it's correct.
the essence of the story is correct. But one of the first calls I made in my defense when I got to Cleveland was Dave Szafranski.
Yeah. I thought they were calling me to fire me, which I always expect that call. Like, "Hey, you're not on anymore." It's like, "Oh yeah, we want you to do more."
No, we upped the game. You
Yeah,
were
you-
doing a feature, and now I was like, let's do live, baby.
Yeah,
I
I
didn't call
love
you
it.
baby, but
I love it.
Yeah.
yeah, it's been fun.
Showed a lot of forethought. A lot of
For once in my life, I
visionary.
did that.
You were a visionary, Brian. You knew
I
what
think
this
you
was
just
gonna-
wanted another free coffee.
well,
That's how you
we
started.
bought the coffee.
He bought the
that time.
coffee.
Oh!
He redeemed himself.
That's awesome.
Technically, I didn't buy it.
You
but
didn't buy it. You've
I
never
was
bought
with the
anything
person
from
who
me.
bought it.
Yeah,
So by default, I kind of bought it.
kind of.
My boss bought it. Okay, fine.
Mm-hmm.
So Kathy has a real question for you, Dave. Are index mutual funds safe? Should you get one with domestic only or a mix of domestic and international? I'm invested in something now that is like keeping it under the mattress. I probably won't need the money for 5 to 8 years.
Well, safe is a relative term. So if you're saying, is it safe from fraud and deceit? Yes, it's safe from fraud and deceit. Is it safe from the machinations of the market going up and down on a daily basis? No, it's an index. It's going to do what the market does. If somebody said to me, I don't want to hire anybody, I don't want to talk to a financial advisor, they're just going to sell me stuff. Index investing is not a bad way to go because it's very inexpensive. I like the Vanguard indexes, happen to be my favorite because they're very inexpensive. And you could do an S&P 500 index, a small cap index, and maybe the biotech index, something like that. Spread it out. Vanguard will help you if you call. And it's very inexpensive investing. And you probably do okay over time. So I don't mind it. I like it.
I was going to say the exact same thing. So it all works out.
But you gotta, when people say safe to me, that word can mean a lot of different things.
Yeah.
And what it means for most people is, am I going to lose all my money in here? Well, any investment, you could lose all your money. It's true. It's never happened to me before. But even in 2008, nobody lost all their money. But there was a time where you had to wait it out. And it was, 13, 14 months before we were back to those levels. So there are times where I just need to know what you mean by safe.
Sean is resolving a debate for us. Concord is east of Menor, just north of Chardon.
So basically not
He's
in
trying to
Ohio.
give you a high five, and you totally blew him off.
He didn't see me.
Basically not in Ohio. Right. You got to have a passport to go there.
It's in Ohio. We got to give him credit. I mean, Sean, I love you, man.
It feels like it's barely in Ohio. but
Barely in Ohio.
Yeah.
They're mainly Pennsylvania. He probably likes the Steelers.
can we ban him? Can we block him from Facebook? Okay, Diane is listening from Wheeling, West Virginia.
Whoa.
Bring in your West Virginia jokes, Dave. Go ahead.
How many teeth do you have? That's
There's something about a cousin too, right?
what's that?
Something about a cousin.
We're not
or-
gonna go to that.
Yeah, we just okay. We love West Virginia, kinda. So glad you're here, Diane. We love you. We're glad you're here. You should move to Ohio. We're not sure what you're doing down there.
It's
Charles.
beautiful. If you like to hike, West Virginia is really quite a place, and a lot of coal industry down there. We need coal. Certain governments of ours have tried to shut down the coal industry before and said, "Hey, just go get a job programming." Not really realistic, and so great people, great industry, lovely place.
It's not good if you get car sick though.
They have a cute family.
Yeah, because the highway is like this.
Oh my gosh, it's awful if you're car sick.
It was foggy when I got to West Virginia. We were driving through it, and I was like, I've never known a highway to turn this many times.
It's
It's
terrible.
mountainous,
It is.
mountainous.
But the tunnels are kind of cool.
I agree with that.
And so is leaving West Virginia. That's kind of cool. Entering Ohio. Charles says,
I was gonna say Diane has 3 little ones and they're really cute.
Diane's 3. Oh, and they are cute.
Yeah, look at
Oh, they
that,
are.
how cute.
The poor things are in West Virginia, though.
Is she washing them in the washing machine or something? Why
Probably.
do they
Why not? That's how the Polish
You
do
know,
it.
kids.
Charles is saying that I am not the only one not watching The Crown. He also is not watching The Crown.
We know Charles is not quite normal.
The
So,
Crown is it, man. It is.
It is a good
So
show,
good.
and the subject matter, and it's not offensive.
Oh, I'm already
Oh,
bored.
it's not offensive.
It's not offensive at all. So
Oh.
some shows you watch and there's all this offensive stuff. and
Oh.
It's really
Great
it's
show.
The Crown matters.
Does it?
It does.
Okay. Kathy said, which Vanguard? That's where it is. They have like 30.
I
And then
know.
she goes, I'm 65. I think she's telling you that for investment purposes.
Well, if you're 65, if you've made it to 65, there's a really good chance that you're going to make it to 95. And so,
I think you just made that up. I don't think that's a statistical truth.
no,
I don't think there's any bearing on
actually,
her ability to make it that long.
no, it does because the diseases that would have killed you as a young person obviously didn't kill her.
She
Or
survived
she's just so
dysentery and-
mean that nothing can kill this woman. He's so mean. Yeah, you're probably gonna live to 85, 90 years old. Your money has to continue to grow. It can't stop growing. So, exactly what Vanguard funds you should use, I don't know. But if you wanted to call and fill out a little bit of paperwork, I could help you choose those things based on your risk profile. Most people say, well, look, I just don't want to lose all my money. Well, I have never met the person who wants to lose all their money, so I'm up to speed on that one. Okay, I know that. We just have to pick what's the best mix for you. And being on Facebook Live, I just don't have enough information to do that. So it needs to be a little bit more granular than that. We just need to drill down a little bit, and we can get there.
By the way, Callie is whining over on YouTube saying we aren't paying enough attention to YouTube. So, and even said, hey, Pastor, I'm getting sad. No recognition for the YouTube people. Way to go, Pastor.
I am so sorry, Callie.
Repent.
Is this the same
repent.
Callie from Tuesday?
Yeah.
Well, Callie, I'm sorry. And remember, your name is the same as my daughter's and spelled the same way, which is really unique.
Yeah. So you got that going for you.
Yeah.
It didn't sound very genuine to me, to be honest.
I'm hurt. I am now crushed.
We also had, hold on here. Where did it go? Oh, yes. Chris Wokel. Wokel?
Wokel.
Wokel said, I see.
Wackle. That's hilarious.
Waka, waka, waka.
Yeah, it's Fozzie. We got Fozzie, and he
Oh,
says,
do we need a disclaimer
His
for
beard,
Fozzie?
his
Do we need a
beard is like
disclaimer?
down to here. He's got the best beard.
I like him
Chris
already.
Wokel has the best beard.
He said, I see Scott wearing, Pastor Scott to you, excuse me. Pastor Lessing. Reverend, the right Reverend Lessing.
Sir.
Thank you, sir.
He's a good friend, so it's Scott.
No, it's not. Wrong. So he sees you wearing your Grace Men merchandise,
Yeah.
and he's excited about it. Come and show everybody.
Yeah. So it's really cool.
Oh, it's very subtle.
Yeah.
It's
supposed
not
to
like
be.
it says Grace Men.
Yeah, I don't. That's not me. I'm a subtle dude.
Yeah.
I don't want to broadcast it. I want people to say, what does that mean? That's how I roll. Thanks, folks.
Look at that. Is he woke though? That's the
He is
Brian,
woke.
we're also subtle, wouldn't you say?
you and I think we like when you open up a dictionary under the word subtle. It's like
Our
Dave and
pictures are
Brian.
there.
Yeah. As he's wearing his Mr. America sash. I'm having so much fun. I
Did
just
you
don't-
ever get one of these, Brian? Did you ever have a sash?
Remember, I was voted by the Intergalactic Association of Radio Professionals Christian broadcaster of the century. Already in this century.
But if you had a sash, the sash would be like 10 feet long if you had to put that on there. How would you annotate
It's an
that?
acronym of some sort.
Okay.
It's HOT or something.
You gotta come up with something like that. So you could get awarded a sash, Brian.
Yeah, hot. That's what it says. Actually, it's stud.
Ooh.
STUD. What does that stand for? Sorry, we're out of time. We can't keep going. Something about galaxies and
Yeah.
systems, solar,
Spatial, terrestrial.
solar,
Universal. Dude.
terrestrial.
All I know is you don't have a sash, and I do.
With that, special thanks to Dave Szafranski, president and founder of Edgewater Investment Group. Thank you for coming in today, Mr. America. Are you going to wear that with your clients today?
I'm going to wear it all day. I'm going to wear it on the podcast. So people,
As you should.
they know who they're dealing with.
I
You
think
know who
you
you're
need to
dealing
wear
with?
that every time you're here. Every Thursday.
I should just keep it here.
Yeah.
But I might need it if I'm asked to do an appearance.
You,
For
you can,
America.
I mean, they're always open. Brian's always here, so you can come in anytime to grab it.
Yeah.
You no longer have to say, "Excuse me, do you know who I am?"
If I walk into a restaurant, I'm going to get the best tables. Right? Oh, Mr. America's here. They'll just clear people's dinners off. You got to move. Mr. America's here.
Someone stole Mr. America's sash. Quick, tackle him.
Yes.
Also, the Pastor Scott Lessing. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, man, thanks.
Check out
This was
the
fun.
Pressing On podcast wherever you get your podcasts. Go check out Grace Church. Your men's group probably meets.
Every Wednesday morning, Saturday morning, Friday nights, we have our addiction recovery group on Wednesday nights and Friday nights. So, or just email me. That's always a good choice.
stud@gracechurch.edu or something. I made you a school all of a sudden with that suffix at .edu. What's that? Maybe you are a school. I don't know, but
GraceCMA.org.
at Grace Scott.
Scott.Lessing at GraceCMA.org. Yeah. Or just go to our website and you'll find us there.
There you go. Or come to us. We'll be glad to get it.